Hi everybody, welcome to round one. We are going to keep a pretty good hand. The problem with having double black and double white cards here is that I'm kind of locked into getting a Godless Shrine, otherwise, well, it's tough. I mean, I get a swamp, obviously, would be nice and just have one of each, but it's a problem with playing powerful cards, I guess. Yeah, it'll be annoying if this is like burn, but I guess we'll see. Oh geez. Well, this is why we brought in Kaya, right? I guess Stony Silence is like a problem. Or Stony Silence would be really good here too. They can't cast Stirrings, which is great. Well, if they play Chalice for... They can't play Chalice for one yet. They could do Explosives. They don't know what we're on. So, Explosives is annoying. Obviously, like, because they can hit Bitter Blossom and Virtue, but then they can't get the tokens, and it's going to take them a while to get to that point. Chalice for 1 is annoying. Chalice for 2, it'd be very hard for them to get for a while. So I think I'm just going to take their Mox Opal and see if I can just get them with Bitter Blossom Virtue. I don't have any other discard spells in my hand that I care about a Chalice for 1. Obviously, the 2 removal spells look pretty bad in this matchup, but the taking 5 damage turn 1 doesn't really matter, which is nice. Okay. So land and history, but I was going to say land and history of Benalia is like exactly what we want. So we got the history. If we can just draw any untapped land, that might be a fast enough clock with Bitter Blossom and Virtue. Chalice for 1, not a problem. Land? Ugh, not land. Oh well. We still have a chance. I guess I could have pathed my own fairy and then like next turn history, but that's tough. Alright, so explosives for 0. So Academy Runes, explosives, Chalice. Alright, well, I think now I am going to path my own token, maybe in response to the engineered explosives. So it's tough because I need to present enough of a clock that they need to crack the explosives, but like if I just path something now, they won't need to crack it, but then they will after the first history, and then I can just cast the second one. I might just do it now. They have really like not much to do with their mana. Although I guess with the Academy Ruins they can... Oh, right. Chalice for 1. Okay, alright. This is going to be a thing. The Academy Ruins can keep buying back the explosives, which is pretty rough. Till I draw a Field of Ruin or Godless or a Ghost Quarter, of course. Alright. If they're getting what I think they're getting, I don't think we can win. Oh, different art and snaring bridge. Well, this is what we brought Kaya in for. I don't think I have any main deck way of dealing with the bridge, and they can cast everything, so we're done. Okay, so Fatal Push is coming out for sure. I probably want all of my threats. I think I do want my discard cards. Like, Path's mostly coming out, but it is a thing where they I could use it to ramp myself like that. So I want Kaya, I want Disenchants, I want Stony Silence. I don't know that I want Rest in Peace. I think it's just worse for me. Like, it just turns off Academy Ruins, that's it. I could want Extirpate Surgicals. I don't want Basilisk Collar. I don't think this matters enough. So I'm at 63 now. Being able to attack with 1/1s and then pump them is interesting. Brutality's mostly bad, like draining them is interesting, but it does take Whir of Inventions and things and drains. So let's say I want to bring these in, which is a possibility if I can get rid of a bridge and then tag it with these. So let's say I'm for sure losing 2 paths. Brutality doing like, I don't think Zealous Persecution is going to often enough do more than like 3 or 4 anyway, so I'm going to cut that. Then the question is, maybe Planeswalkers are too slow. Let's do this. We'll cut 1 path. Or Sorin's actually too slow, I should say. Gideon's pretty fast. If we can get that going. We'll try this. Path will be just like a ramp spell if we need it, but probably not. Would like to play first. This hand is pretty bad. I mean, against like John, I would keep it, but I need some sideboard cards here. Alright, this hand is good if I can draw a second land. I think this is what we need to try to win, though. So I will keep perfect top. Trying to think of the ways they have to remove an enchantment. I guess just engineered explosives. Alright, Welding Jar is annoying for disenchant, but it's okay. With Stony Silence out, they can't use the Welding Jar, so that's good. Tormod's Script, don't care. Okay. So, see if the turn 2 Stony is enough. Electro Life, yes. And then just need a white source, basically. Even if it's a Shambling Vent, we can like cast Thoughtseize this turn. Okay. Okay with Spyglass. What are they gonna hit? Sorin or something? Liliana's the smart move. I think if I'm using Sorin and it's doing anything, they're probably losing that game anyway. But we'll see how true that is, I guess. Oh, right, they get to look at my hand. That's what they're doing. This is not Pithing Needle. Well, my hand doesn't give them any information other than, obviously, what's in my hand. But it doesn't give them anything to name. It's a weird inclusion if they're not thinking Liliana, right? Okay. Lord of Innistrad. Okay. So it's basically just a wasted artifact that sits on the battlefield, which they get benefit from that. I think Thoughtseize hits everything, or Inquisition hits everything. I guess we may as well do this. We'll just see. Like, I think our life total's irrelevant. We really feel bad if they just like have like lands in a 4-drop. Okay. So Spellskite messes with Disenchant, although they can't activate it. Engineered Explosives, they can't activate either. And if they can't activate it, it means they've dealt with... Oh, I'm going to do Spellskite because it can block my History of Benalia tokens, I guess. Like Explosives for 0 is annoying. If they can get rid of Stony Silence, but they have to get rid of Stony Silence, and then they have the Explosives. Whereas Spellskite doesn't do anything against most of my tokens. I think I just win. Can I just win if Stony Silence stays on the battlefield? They can eventually draw a... ensnaring bridge that I can disenchant. Okay, so if they deal with Stony Silence, Engineering Explosives is annoying, but Spellskite can also mess with my disenchant. But Welding Jar can mess with my disenchant if they deal with Stony, so I think it's just Engineered Explosives. Because if I could see a world where they deal with Stony Silence, but I already have creatures on board and I can kill them the next turn. Okay. So that probably took longer than it should have, but especially given that, well, we'll see if they cast the Spellskite. So they drew Spire of Industry. Wait, no, hold on. Oh, they played their island, sorry. Land? Okay, well, that's not the land I was looking for. So they drew an unknown. We probably want to Field of Ruin and get a Plains. So I need my mana. I'm not going to cast Inquisition. Yeah, so that next turn I can play Spectral. If I draw another white source, then I'll just cast Inquisition and cast Spectral. Bauble, useless, sure. Adventure's Fair. Tezzeret, okay. Target artifact becomes an artifact creature of the Power. Okay, that's real. Twice the number of artifacts you control. Yikes. So, yeah. Do I care to take 5 and then be at risk to be drained? I guess I can just kill Tezzeret soon, so I think I'm just going to take the 5. Do that. Glad I kept a path. Can I take 5 again? Do I need a disenchant? Do I need a path? I think we'll see what they do here. Oh, I should have relatively perfect information here to know if I can like take the 5, go to 5, play Virtue, kill Bolus, path the jar. So otherwise I'll have 4 tokens. Guess they're looking for a bridge. I think I'll just block because I may want to cast a Bitter Blossom. I don't want to lose. I think I'm going to win this game as is. I don't want to lose to something silly. I'm not going to activate field this turn. Attack Tezzeret. And obviously I want to use path over disenchant. Guess I'll do it on their upkeep. Don't really want to do it on their draw step in case they draw something, some kind of counterspell I can't think of. They search for nothing, so they only have the 2 islands it looks like. That's good to know for Field of Ruin. Chalice for 2, okay, that is annoying. That gets Virtue. Obviously the disenchant's why they did it, but it does turn off my other virtues. So that's annoying. So do I care to destroy a land of theirs? Like maybe their green mana? Wait, they can any color, control an artifact. They have to pay 1 life. Or do I want to wait? I think I just want to wait for like an Academy Ruins or an Adventurous Fair or something like that. I think they have all the mana they need. Tezzeret costs 4. They could still cast another Tezzeret if they have it. They obviously were able to cast Chalice for 2. So I think I'm going to keep the Stone Rain for a land that matters. Taking him down to 4 lands doesn't do enough. Ooh, unless, well, they can whir for, so if I lose it, it can go whir for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's sufficient. We'll make them do it though. Oh, Tezzeret that they just don't want to cast. Okay. So, do I care to Thoughtseize their Tezzeret? I'm going to need another swamp if I draw Liliana anyway. Yeah, I don't really want them to like find what's it called? Find a bridge. So I can't do anything about that now that I lost disenchant. So punish for casting thoughts, or sorry, Inquisition instead of Thoughtseize there, but so be it. They're only going to need 1 black ever, so I'd rather them take a damage. Like I said, I'm going to need double black for Liliana at some point anyway. And yeah, I don't want them like casting Tezzeret, finding bridge, and then I lose. Teleria West. Look for another Adventures Fair. So this is where like surgicals would be pretty good. Glimmer Void. Okay. Doesn't do anything, right? So they probably only have the 1 Adventures Fair, which is good. Gideon would be great. History's just as good, almost. Yeah, they're kind of like dead the same turn anyway. Because like next turn, I already used my 1 path. Spellskite can block it. Yeah, I mean, like, unless they find, like, a way to deal with both of my flyers, that's the only thing that does for me. Okay. So, did anything change sideboard? Maybe there's a reason for playing 1 Disenchant, 1 Fragmentize. Again, like I don't need Rest in Peace. I think, especially if they only have 2 islands, Path's probably just better than Fatal Push for an animated token or a Spellskite. Or it's just the same as Fatal Push, only I can use it on my own creature if I need a land. So like maybe 1 more Path. Cut a Brutality, I guess. Could cut an Intangible Virtue. No, but games like that, well, let's see. They're going to cast Chalice for 2 when they can. It's kind of a liability against, what's it called? Against Ensnaring Bridge, but I guess I can get it down early before the Chalice, and Brutality I can't drain later if they Chalice for 2. So yeah, we'll leave this. Yeah, we'll do turn 2 Stony Silence again, I guess. Keep it. Can't do turn 3 Spectral though. So let's do that first. So they'll name like either Delta or Ghost Quarter. Kind of wish I would have shown them the Gideon, that way, the 1 of Gideon, that way they would want to name that over like Liliana. But they should probably name Delta. Ghost Quarter. Okay, sure. So I'll do this. Allowing me to cast turn. Oh, they didn't activate Bobble. Okay. This allows me to go turn 3 Procession. And then start getting in there. And I can go Vent and Bitter Blossom, which Vent could kill, or sorry, Bitter Blossom could kill me in theory. Surgical's nice. We can respond to their Academy runes, whenever they do that. Let's go Vent, Bitter Blossom. We can start attacking with a Vent next turn. So we'll be attacking for 5 after this. That's 3 turns because the Bitter Blossom tokens will eventually hit things. We're for 4. Intriguing. Any of each opponent's upkeep. Exit all cards from your hand face down. Well, that's annoying with if they have the bridge, we're kind of in trouble. And by kind of, I mean like big time. We would just need to find Disenchant, basically. It's our only out. I guess Kaya. Or are they just trying to draw to the bridge? Chalice for 2. Okay, so they don't have it yet. Obviously protects them from discard, but like, that's fine. So let's see this clock here. I'll attack for 5 now. They go to 12, 6 the next turn, then they're dead. If I cast Lingering Souls, I attack for 3, they go to 14. Next turn, I'm attacking for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then they're dead the 3rd turn. So I don't know that it changes anything. Can I activate 2 vents at some point? No, so my clock stays the same. I should maybe, in case they do draw the bridge, try to bring them down faster now. I guess that just like get in while I can. I guess though, so if I would have drawn, oh, I can't cast Virtue anyway. Okay. So they draw an extra card. Yep. Still live Disenchant. Oh, okay. What are they whirring for? Holy moly. What's 7? Oh, okay. I guess maybe I should have hit Whir with Surgical, because that's a live draw to Ensnaring Bridge. That was most definitely a mistake. that may have just caused me this game, or cost me this game. So I have to draw... Oh, I can't cast Disenchant, so I have to literally draw Kaya and try to ultimate her. What are they doing? They just bored? So it's just Kaya. Disenchant doesn't do anything. Yeah, because Kaya can hit the Chalice, and then I can Disenchant. So basically... I need to hit Kaya... and then Disenchant the Ensnaring Bridge. And then try to win. How do they go? Did they just draw 4 War of Inventions at a time? Am I missing something? So really, I should have surgical War of Invention. I guess I was just I was so set on needing to Ensnaring Bridge, to surgical their Ensnaring Bridges. Yeah, and Bitter Blossom's gonna kill me. That's almost the worst part, is the Bitter Blossom part, because I could deck them with well, not with surgicals anymore, but yeah. I did say Bitter Blossom was gonna kill me, didn't I? Yeah, I mean, I think we're really done here. Otherwise, it's just a mill plan. Like, do they have another win condition? Is there Tezzeret? I guess they're Tezzeret. Yeah, that's the win condition. Okay. So the mill plan was kind of out. All right, well, we'll see. I mean, really just drawing to Kaya here. Kaya into Disenchants. I don't think the Kaya Drain is going to do anything. Actually, you know what? I can exile stuff with my surgicals and extirpates to maybe build up to where Kaya's relevant. To where her ultimate's relevant. Alright, well, now I just might be dead. I'm gonna do this, just start. I'm curious to take a look here. So they have a Sigh in their hand. Other Tezzeret, another of the same Tezzeret. They do have more Tularia West, lands, engineered, and Snaring Bridge. I guess they're on the mill plan with the Rivulet? Not really. And then, okay. Yeah, I mean, pretty dead here. Sorry for the baby in the background. Alright, I'm gonna let him drain me with Tezzeret, but I think I'm done here. Plus they're gaining life. Yeah. So I guess the answer was surgical on the first worm invention. Takes away those as possible outs. Yeah, I think I was just too tunnel visioned on them having the Academy ruins out, and thinking I would just hit something that way. But all right, I mean that's really the closest that matchup's really ever been. But turn 2 Stony Silence both times does do that. So all right, it's always a deck I hate playing against, but that's where Kaya would have been really interesting actually. Good to know. I will be back for round 2.